friends. I had the idea to sit down and do like a talking vlog because I'm like winded. Give me a sec. So I had the idea of doing a just full-on sit down and talk vlog because I'm too lazy to edit any of the San Diego and other vlogs that I have filmed, and it just felt appropriate. I'm gonna turn 29 in like basically an hour and a half. So I thought it'd be really cute to do a video where I talk about the 28 things that I learned in my 28th year. It's such a big number, now that I sit and think about it, but it'll be really easy to edit together, and I can post it on my birthday, so it's like, it's perfect. So let's go through the 28 things that I've learned, and let's see if I can actually come up with 28 things. First thing would be the importance of a hug and a kiss. Especially after spending a year petrified to hug my grandma, my grandpa, my family members, even my mom. This year being able to hug them and give them a kiss every once in a while felt so great, and you don't realize how important and how amazing something as simple as a hug and a kiss can really be. The second thing I learned is that family is important and family is everything, and family can drive you up the wall, and you're always gonna have a difference of opinion with your family, but at the end of the day, they have your back. They're there for those moments where you need support to help you follow your dreams, when you need therapy sessions after getting a haircut, when you just need someone to vent to that's gonna get it, that someone that you know is gonna be there when you're not mentally stable in any shape or form. I learned that family is very, very valuable. I learned to love myself and my body no matter what the scale said or what the size of my jeans said, which is very, very hard. Especially when you've been called La Flaca your whole life and they slowly stop calling you that. I've learned that I have to love myself and learn to be comfortable in my body the way that it is, how strong it is every day, and how it keeps me going and gets me through life every day, and I have to love and nourish it rather than hate on it and be mean to it and use hurtful words towards myself. Though every once in a while I will admit I still have those moments. I learned it's really important to just love yourself, and like my sister says, learn to dress the new you. The fourth thing that I've learned in my 28th year is that Sheely is important. No, but really, our dog has saved me and my sister a lot. She has helped cure a lot of the anxiety and mental illness factors that we had from last year into the beginning of this year, and she has really just brought so much joy into my life, and I love my puppy. I love her so much. The fifth thing that I learned this year is that no one has to understand your dreams but yourself. No one has to understand the career paths that you're taking to get there. Everyone can have their opinion, everyone can wonder why, but at the end of the day, you know what you're doing for yourself to achieve your dreams, and that's all that really matters. Another thing that took me a really long time to figure out, but I am gosh darn happy that I did. Number 6 that I learned, it just slipped my mind, so maybe I didn't learn it. What was I gonna say? Thing number 6 that I learned, that some friendships, no matter how little you talk, no matter how little you see each other, will last and be important in your life, and some as harsh as it sounds, just don't really matter. And you'll learn which friendships are valuable, which are for a lifelong time, and which ones are willing to always hear your side and always have your back and always be there for you, no matter the distance, how long it's been, etc. Thing number 7 that I learned, and I feel like I learned this last year too, but I've really seen it come to light this year, is that we unfortunately live in a space where not everyone is considerate and caring about others, specifically others that they may not know. And all you can do is try your best and be good in your own way and be respectful and caring of others. And as hard as it is, you can't always change a hard-headed person. You just got to keep going through life knowing you're making the good choices, you're caring for others, you are being respectful of others and their well-being, and that's that. And yes, I'm talking about COVID, get over it. Thing number 8 that I learned, I think I'm on number 8. Thing number 8 that I learned is I don't love makeup as much as I used to, and that's okay. And that is so relieving to say out loud. It's still love it. It's still a form of artistic creativity for me and an artistic release, but it's not my favorite thing anymore. It's not something that excites me the same way that it used to. And maybe one day it will again, but it's still okay. It's okay. On that, thing number 9 that I learned is that content is worth more than the likes and the followers. If I create something and I enjoy it and only 3 people watch it, then 3 people watched it, and I'm gonna keep putting out that content because it made those 3 people's day, and it makes my day because it's what I want to do, what I want to create, and what I want to share and want people to see. And it's very liberating. Thing number 11 that I learned, how to set boundaries, how to set them correctly and effectively. And let me tell you, the boundaries that I have set with certain relationships have really, really benefited those relationships. And they didn't come easy. Some came with a lot of tears and a lot of fights, but setting down the boundaries that were gonna help my mental stability and help the relationship, amazing. Thing number 12 that I learned, and I already knew this, but I felt like needed to throw it in there, is that my sister truly is my best friend. She's the reason why I'm here. She is my everything. But in saying that, I guess reason number 13, or reason number 13. But also in saying that, the 13th thing I've learned is also I need to let my sister grow up, which is very hard because I still see her like a little girl with 2 little braids and her little glasses, which is how most of my friends still see her. And you see her now and you're like, oh my gosh, she's so grown. And I think that's something that's also, it's important in me learning and realizing that, because it's helping me grow in a certain way and it's gonna help her grow in a certain way. So it's an important thing that I've learned this year. That's still very hard and I'm no professional at it at all, but it's an important thing. Originally, the 13th thing was going to be that I learned that Taylor Swift is superior, even though I already knew that. But because I gave it to my sister, the 14th thing that I've learned is Taylor Swift is superior. She is the music industry. It is what it is. The 15th thing I've learned this year is that I really missed reading, and I love reading, and I fell back in love with reading, and it definitely would come in phases. I would read a handful of books and then stop and then start over again, but I remembered how amazing reading can be and how it can take you to these amazing places, especially when you're not feeling okay. Best escape ever. The 16th thing I've learned is not to measure my success by others' level of success, especially when you have so many friends that are within the same industry as you, whether it's on the Instagram content creating side or on my actress side. I needed to learn to really appreciate their accomplishments for them and congratulate them and love them and be happy for their success, but not have it measure where I'm at. And I feel like it brought a level of peace whenever I wouldn't get a call back, get a role, get that deal, that collaboration. It definitely helped a lot. I think we're on the 18th thing I learned. I'm losing count, so I'm probably gonna be short, but it's okay. This is the 18th thing that I've learned. The 18th thing that I have learned is that money is not everything, and money shouldn't control your life and shouldn't control your choices, even though, yes, I know you need it to survive, you need it to pay bills, you need it to do etc. Sometimes you need to worry a little bit less about it and the abundance will come your way. I've realized that when I start worrying a little less about it and just being smart on my budgeting, etc., and not making it a stressor, it comes out of nowhere. When I least expect it, it's there, and I feel like I'm living a more abundant life when I'm not prioritizing money in my life. The 19th thing I learned is how much I miss traveling and how much more I want to travel, and how I need to not let my fear of getting on a plane stop me. Because the fear of getting on a 16-hour flight to a different country is terrifying, but one day when COVID calms itself down, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna get on a 16-hour flight no matter how terrified I am, and I'm gonna leave the country because I love traveling and I miss it, and I'm done letting stupid little fears of being on a plane freak me out as I'm sitting here and my head's like, what are you talking about? You know you're scared. The 20th thing I've learned is to really, really, really value my parents more, because I'm getting older, they're getting older, and it's a scary, sad truth, but definitely just gotta value and love them so much more and leave certain things in the past, let bygones be bygones, and just value and love my parents so much. The 21st thing I learned is anxiety, depression, and mental illness affects so much more people around me than I thought. And this past year has really taught me how not alone I am in that. And it's given me the ability to help others that are going through similar situations that I went through, and find different people to be able to talk through certain things with that I never knew I would be able to talk to these things about. And I wish I would have known it when I was 27 and struggling with my anxiety and my depression at the worst time, because I felt so alone, and little did I know I wasn't. There were so many people around me that related so hard to what I was going through. The 21st thing I learned, I think it's the 21st, number 21, I think, is to really appreciate the little things, the big things, to appreciate everything, because you never know when it's going to be taken away from you. I miss Disneyland. And I also miss just being able to see certain people and go certain places and do certain things that I can't really do right now. And I really miss those little things. The 22nd thing is how much I actually miss seeing people smile. Like, it's really weird, but as much as masks have definitely become a comfort thing for me, I miss seeing people's faces and seeing people's reactions to things and people's just smiles, etc. Like, it's such a weird feeling, especially when I go see plays. And before, one of my favorite things would be to look around at the audience and see their reaction to things. And you can't see that anymore. You see their eyes and you see this reaction, you know, but there's something about seeing someone's face when they're smiling or when they're laughing or when they're moved by something, and you don't really ever think about that much. The 23rd thing that I learned is how much, actually I feel like I learned this last year during my 27th year of life, but it's okay, we're gonna count it in. How much I love cooking. I love cooking. I love recreating recipes on Pinterest. I love trying new recipes, trying new things. I really learned how deep my love for cooking goes, and it's another way to express creativity. The 24th thing I learned is to put myself first, to make me at the top of my shelf, at the top of my own personal list, and that it's okay, and it's not selfish, and it's just self-love. And even now, it's my 23rd thing that I've learned. It's not even at the top of this list, but I think it's one of the important things I've learned, which is just to put Christy first. My 24th thing that I have learned is that you don't have to try to make someone like you or love you for who you are. The people that like you and love you for who you are just are going to, and the ones that don't. And that's okay. Not everyone has to like you. Not everyone has to love you. But the ones that do and that understand you and understand your different quirks, from how your voice is high-pitched when you first meet someone and it slowly neutralizes as you get more comfortable with them, to you're gonna get annoyed at certain things, but they know exactly how to make you get over it. Those are the best people, and you can find them in significant others, in best friends, etc. But if they don't like you, they don't want to appreciate you, don't want to accept you for who you are, bye, Felicia. Oh my god, I only have 4 more, and I don't know why this is so hard. Why did I start this? Why? The 25th thing that I learned is that it's okay to only have 1 cup of coffee a day. You don't need 3. This is my 3rd, but I don't need it. 1 is enough. The 26th thing I learned is that sometimes it's okay to watch sad movies just because you want to cry. Crying is good. Crying is healthy. Watch that sad movie. The 27th thing that I learned is that it's okay to skip therapy. It's okay to not want to go. It's okay to not want to deal with it. It's okay. And the 28th and
my therapist is like, girl, I'm just saying that.
And the 28th and final thing that I've learned in my 28th year is live, laugh, love. I'm just kidding. And the 28th thing that I learned in my 28th year is that the only person that's stopping you from achieving your dreams is yourself. Submit for those auditions. Record that video. Test out that new thing. Say yes, or even say no. But you're the only thing stopping yourself. So, cheers to 28. Here's to 29. My last year in my 20s. It's okay. I'm gonna be 30, flirty, and thriving next year. And it'll be great. Happy birthday to me. Goodbye to you. See you in tomorrow's vlog.